Him. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to. My music is way too out of my headphone. Holy crap. Overstimulating myself as soon as I start the video. Also, I'm wearing short shorts. I apologize. And you still can't see my head. Hang on. What? It's so low. Hey, how's it going? I don't even have to raise the camera. What's up, guys? Hope you guys are having an awesome Sunday. I spent the Sunday at my parents' place getting some laundry done. I don't have a washer and dryer in my apartment, so sometimes I'll use my Sundays as a good excuse to do my laundry, but also just to hang out with my parents and have fun. And it's always good to spend some time with your family. So, knocked that out. Fed the cat, got all ready for tomorrow and stuff. And the reason why you're here, why you're watching this video, I also got some new templates printed out, some new foam templates printed out. And these particular templates are for a particular character from a particular game. Okay, I'll stop doing that. That just came out and that I happen to cosplay. This is going to be Leon Kennedy's Hatchet from Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Resident Evil. Would you say it's Resident Evil Yeah, no, it's definitely Resident Evil 9 Requiem. It wouldn't be Resident Evil Requiem 9 because that just doesn't make sense. But either way, we have the template for the hatchet here, and I'm gonna get this cut out. It's split up into 6 different pieces of 8.5 by 11 cardstock paper. I don't have access to like a poster printer. Most like professional foam smith or prop shops will have like one of those ginormous kind of wide printers, and that's what they use to print out these humongous templates. But I only have access to a regular printer, so I printed out these it's to the same scale as how it would print out on the big poster, but it's kind of sectioned out into different tiles. So as you'll see, and you'll get a kind of better idea once it's cut out and I attach it and stuff. But one page isn't the entire template. Like this page will connect to here, and it's essentially a 3x2 grid. So there will be another page on this left side. On this side, there will be a page to like the left of this one, and then another row of 3 below it, and that's what makes up the whole hatchet. Is it a hatchet? Is it an axe? Is it a tomahawk? Dude, I don't really know. He kind of uses it every single different way. I saw this meme where it was to the Assassin's Creed rap, or Assassin's Creed 3 rap from Smosh from like 2012. How many fools can I kill today? Banger, first of all. But I thought that was hilarious. But it also made me think, like, yeah, is it a, because he throws it, but it also seems kind of short for an axe. So that's why I think it's more of like it's a hatchet. A hatchet kind of feels like a safer bet to me. I'm gonna turn up my AC a little bit. It's a little too cool in here. It was a very nice day. I live in the like San Francisco Bay Area. And it was a very sunny day out today. It was awesome. I played some frisbee with my dad. I played some 2 square with my mom and my dad. It was a good day. Am I in focus? I think I'm in focus. I'm gonna just focus this just in case, though. Okay, that should be good. My zero sugar soda choice of the day is gonna be Diet Dr. Pepper. This, along with the Zero Sugar Baja Blast, dude, freaking like crack. My first kind of, really quick, I'm also listening to Big Chemistry by Gregory Dillon and Frutiger Dillon. Might be the same person. Big Chemistry by Gregory Dillon. It's very good. I don't even know what kind of genre you'd say. It's not really house music, but it's kind of like poppy, like shimmer pop. I would say this is kind of like a shimmer pop. It kind of sounds like high-speed Frutiger arrow. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna like kind of acquaint myself with these first. The template doesn't go quite, the music's like low-key distracting me when I'm trying to talk. I'm gonna turn it down until I'm actually cutting. The template doesn't go all the way to the edge of the paper. There's like a straight kind of cutoff, so I wanna make sure I don't cut like too far in or something like that, but I think I'll be fine. So this is page 1, which connects to page 2 here. I'm gonna need to buy some 10mm foam. I've only ever used 4mm and 2mm, like more kind of detailed, smaller builds and stuff. This is my first weapon build, so I'm super stoked. One, because it's freaking Leon Kennedy's Hatchet from RE9, badass game, badass weapon, badass character. Not to freaking just curse a bunch right in the row right there. But I also, it's like kind of opening the door to more weapon builds, and that's a huge part of the foam world that I'm excited to get into, and I haven't dabbled with yet. I wouldn't say I've like made weapon builds from the ground up. I've taken like old Nerf guns or kind of like existing, like the foundation of props, and then weathered them into realistic looking like sci-fi weapons or video game guns or that kind of thing. But I've never built something like purely from the ground up, so this will be awesome. I also tried pitching out another template for a different project. Same like still EVA foam project and stuff. But my parents' printer was acting up, and I was not trying to break their printer. So I think I will have to buy a printer. Speaking of buying things, I just bought a coffee machine, finally, after procrastinating over it for frickin' ever. My solution is I'm going to actually just not cut the border at all, and then I'll just tape over it. I think that... or I might need to cut it regardless. We'll not cut it for now, and we'll play it by ear. There's no harm in that. My mistake with the Sandevistan build was honestly just rushing a lot of the steps. So I'm just going to really take my time with a lot of these. It might be a lot of kind of just monotonous work. But you know what? The longer... or not the longer, but the more you put, just more energy, more time, stuff you put into something, the better it's going to come out. It takes what it takes. That's like a Rich Piana, kind of Sam Sula, kind of just like a bodybuilding life quote in general. I'd say I've mostly got it kind of from the fitness industry, but it takes what it takes. The effort you put into something, or I guess the end result of something, will be a direct reflection of the effort that you put into it. So you can burn through this foam template or something and kind of half-ass your way through something and get maybe like a 6 out of 10 end result. Or you can take some more time, be real careful when you're cutting out your template and stuff like that. And you can get a friggin' 10 out of 10. So that's kind of something I've been learning personally lately, is take your time. Don't half-ass things. Put your whole ass into stuff. And my goal with cutting this out, something I messed up with, again with the Sandevistan, was I was being inconsistent with how I was cutting out the template. In the sense that I was cutting either partially through the outline, or I was leaving the entire like edge of the outline in there, or sometimes I would completely cut the edge of like the outline of the template off. And so this time I'm just going to include the black line, the entire like template. That's going to be the full outline will be included here. The main kind of challenge but not in a negative way. Something that like an exciting challenge that I'm ready to kind of learn and experiment with this build is going to be beveling edges. This axe is like super angular and smooth and tactical, and just kind of has this look to it where every sort of bit of it has like this beveled, sharp angle to it. It's like a looks maxed axe, basically. Super angular. So I'm excited to kind of do some more beveling work with my Dremel. I did a little bit of it with the Sandevistan, but that was mostly like sanding kind of stuff that I did with that. It wasn't really like intentional beveling of edges. And I was not using the right bit at all. So, all right. Here we have our first Hatchet headpiece. Shouldn't get super detailed here. Tomorrow I am going to be hitting legs. It is going to be fire. I'm looking forward to it. I might still end up doing cardio. I'm taking a rest day from the gym today, but I might still end up doing cardio. I mean, I did like the frisbee and like all that kind of playing outside and stuff with my family, so I don't feel particularly like I'm missing out on anything. This exercise bike brand reached out and was like, hey, if you shoot a 30-second reel for us, we'll send you this bike for free. And I've been looking at exercise bikes on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist and stuff, so it was kind of like perfect timing. I've been trying to like shoot more fitness stuff anyway, so I figured, why not? Still not trying to be an influencer, but hey, if I can get more people to freaking do their cardio, that's not quite a bad thing, is it? All right, first Hatchet headpiece is cut out. Looks like we've got the bottom of the handle down here. Lots of things that I want to be doing differently than the Sandevistan build here. I mentioned this in one of my other videos, like one of my more recent videos, but I did sort of like an unofficial virtual apprenticeship, or I am a virtual apprentice of this guy, Andre, I believe is his name, Andrea, who does an insane Dead Space build. Just insane foam smithing in general. Foam smithing and like 3D print. I believe he does 3D print stuff. Just all of it. Painting, like finishing, processing. And so I reached out and was like, hey, I would love to just like pick your brain and send you some pictures of my first ever kind of foam build and see what you think, see what kind of rookie mistakes I made, blah, 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 blah. So we had a little back and forth, and he gave me some really good tips and stuff that like I would even say I was aware of or that I knew, but just I wasn't necessarily sure about how to like approach it. And so he gave me better or more details about how to do that kind of stuff. Like when it came to priming, like when to use a spray primer versus a brush on primer, what kind of brushes to use, that like kind of detailed stuff. So yeah, shout out to Andre. His name is Peep Cosplay Props on Instagram. I'll definitely forget to link that in here. So please go check him out, Peep Cosplay Props. He does insane Dead Space. But he's been recognized by like the official or not the official, well, there's only one. The Dead Space creators and stuff. Both the remake and the OG makers of the game. So super cool. He does awesome craftsmanship. There's so many facets to cosplay, which is why I am into it. Fitness, getting in shape to look like a character, or just being in shape in general. And foam smithing, 3D printing, doing seam work. Oh, it's all different kinds of painting, all different kinds of stuff. Okay, little handle nub, bam. I'm gonna Twitch stream Resident Evil 9 at 8, and it is 7:25 currently. So I think at 7:35, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me though. I'm kind of hungry, dude. If I'm being honest. This template was also a free template. I will remember to link this template. I am good about doing the templates for these builds, or linking them. Every creator needs their freaking credit where it's due. So this is from cosplayshop.be. If that's wrong, sorry. It's linked in the description below, so check there. Yeah, it was super easy. It's free, easy to follow. Like the printout instructions, all that kind of stuff. There's also written instructions on like the entire thing, so it's very nice. This little dotted like slot sort of thing here, I say that as I have the page turn around, is for a like fiberglass or just kind of dowel rod that goes in there to give the weapon like stability and sturdiness. So I think I got time to cut out this page here. I'm gonna do that, and then that might be it. I think this will boil down to 2 different sides, though, of the axe, and that's how it's gonna be kind of taped out. Like, I don't think it's gonna be one long piece. It's gonna be 2 separate opposing axe sides, and that's gonna be laid on the foam, cut out, boom, dowel in the middle, sandwiched together and glued, primed, sealed, painted. May have messed that order up. Oh, hello, baby. My cat's right here. You probably just heard her. Hello, Ophelia. I adopted this cat on January 6th. Yeah, I did. Or January 9th, I apologize. Her birthday's on January 6th. So it was almost like a birthday present for her. And this thing will go together excellently. Should be a pretty... I don't want to jinx myself, but chill, knock on wood, build. Yeah, Ophelia is an awesome cat. She is 4 years old, so she's not like a kitten or anything. She kind of knows her place in the world and stuff. She knows her business, and she's an awesome cat. She has brought me nothing but freaking smiles. But this last week, it seems like she's been getting a lot more out of her shell. Like, it seems like that kind of barrier that whenever you adopt a pet, there is kind of this, like, just initial trust barrier that there's a 3-day rule. My coworkers have mentioned this, and one of my really good friends has also mentioned this. But it could be 3 days, 3 weeks, or 3 months until they're fully kind of out of their shell and ready to just hang out and be their full, bright personality around you. And it seems like that wall, or at least part of it, kind of came down this last week. So it's been really fun seeing her be a little crackhead and stuff. With the Sandevistan template, I also used my X-Acto knife when I cut it out, and I feel like that was not the move. I think I was kind of just overthinking it. I've seen like some foam smiths use X-Acto knives to cut out their templates, and I think that's totally good for like a really high detailed kind of template. But for something like this, like, don't overthink it. You kind of lose control a little bit when you're using the X-Acto knife. You get a lot more just steadiness with the scissors. So if you don't need to, like, absolutely need to be going in for super minute details with the X-Acto knife, just use the scissors. That's honestly mostly just a note to myself. But if any of you guys out there are getting into foam smithing, use scissors. Don't overthink it. Okay, this bit might be a little tricky because it kind of disappears for a sec. my girlfriend and I started Dexter season 3. It's really good. That show is so good. It always feels really good to have just like a show that you're into. I watched Night of the Seven Kingdoms, but that was only 6 episodes, and they're like 30 minutes each. So it's like basically a cartoon. But it was badass. I'm not trying to discount. That show was freaking epic. That show, I cried so hard during the last like 2 episodes. Definitely recommend it if you guys have not seen that one. But Dexter's really good. Okay. This edge of the handle has been cut out. Got about 5 minutes left. Man. I don't know what kind of crack they're putting freaking the zero diet Dr. Pepper, dude. It's so good. I'm not even like a big regular Dr. Pepper fan. I've never been a huge Dr. Pepper guy. I've always been like orange. When I was like a fat kid, I was always an orange soda. That was my thing. But we always had Diet Cokes in the house too growing up. My mom was like a Diet Coke fiend and kind of put me on that. So we never really had full sugar soda. It was only at like birthday parties or that kind of thing. That being said, the zero sugar Sunkissed orange soda is freaking phenomenal. That was like my first ever getting into fitness zero sugar soda that I was super into. But I've branched out. The blackberry zero sugar Dr. Pepper is also super good. Baja Blast zero sugar is awesome, of course. I feel like I was getting that one too much though. It was time to switch it up a little bit. Gosh. I've also mentioned this in my streams before, but having a Leon Kennedy bang, like his hairstyle is so impractical, dude. Just cutting this paper is so frustrating. Can you imagine like driving a motorcycle or shooting a gun, like aiming down a sight, all that kind of shit with your hair keep flopping in your face? It is not practical. Cooking with it? Dude, don't even get me started. It's so annoying. Working out? Ugh. His hair is either super musty and just like is crusted to a point where it does not move, or he definitely is spraying hairspray in that ish. Okay. I'm gonna end the video after I get this one cut out because I will have to stop in the middle of the next one if I start it. And I also know that exporting a video is kind of taxing on my computer's RAM, and I don't want to start a stream while this video is exporting. So the earlier I can get it started, the better. We have 3 pieces done. Bam. Ba-bam. And then a little nub that will go somewhere down here. Already making great progress. So we have this one left. This can be completely thrown away. Same with these little scraps here. And we will have 5.5 more pages to cut. This one, like this piece right here, this will need the X-Acto knife, 100%. It's like the detailed kind of spot where there's a bunch of little, it's almost like a cartoon sun sort of look. You use 2mm foam, it's like a detailed piece that goes on the very top part of the hatchet. And if I say hatchet and axe interchangeably, don't come at me. It's probably gonna happen. But yeah, this will require the X-Acto knife. That is some detail that the scissors, it ain't gonna happen. So I will keep working on this throughout the week, and of course making videos and updating you guys as I do. But thanks for watching and hanging out. I'm gonna get my stream started. That was like a yawn sneeze. Whoa, holy crap, bless me. Thank you. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you show up to work and have an awesome day. Do your cardio, count your calories. If you don't, you know what? As long as you're happy, I'm not going to blame you. Have an awesome rest of your weekend, guys. See you later.